Now there'll be some questions in binomial series where we need to use simple algebra like addition of terms or subtraction of terms. So I'll take up an example. Say for example, the question is, we are given the expansion of x plus a to the power n and says sum of the odd terms is p and sum of even terms is q. Then I need to find the value of 4p into q. So what I know is I can write this x plus a to the power n as simply p plus q. That is sum of odd terms plus sum of even terms. Now I'll also take x minus a to the power n. Now, when I'll take x minus a to the power 10, I'll get the same terms but with alternate positive and negative signs. So, odd number terms, that is first, third, fifth term, they'll be positive, and second, fourth, and sixth term, they'll be negative. So, I can write x minus a to the power n as p minus q. Now, from the two given equation, I can find the value of p and q. So, if I'll add them, I'll get 2p as x plus a to the power n and then x minus a to the power n, and if I'll subtract, I can write 2q as x plus a to the power n minus x minus a to the power n. Now I need 4pq. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to multiply these two. So if I'll multiply these two, I'll get it as 4pq and then it is a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So I'll write it as x plus a to the power 2n minus x minus a to the power 2n. So answer to this question simply will be x plus a to the power 2n minus x minus a to the power 2n. The question is find the sum of coefficients of integral powers of x in the expansion of 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50. So what I'll do is I'll write the binomial expansion of 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50. So it will be simply 50c0 minus 50c1 2 under root x plus 50c2 2 root x whole square, and will continue up to 50c50 and 2 root x to the power 50. Now in this series, I need the terms where the power of x is integral. So that is, I need first term, I need third term, fifth term, I need this term, and I don't need 50c1, I don't need 50c3 because they'll have square root or they'll have this irrational powers. So I need to find the sum of odd terms. And how do we find the sum of odd terms? I'll simply take its conjugate. So I'll write 1 plus 2 root x to the power 50, and there'll be 50c0 plus 50c1 2 root x, 50c2 2 root x square, and then 50c50 2 root x to the power 50. Now I need to cancel out these terms, so I'll add them up. So if I'll add them up, I'll write 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50 and plus 1 plus twice under root x to the power 50. So I'm left with this 2 50c0 plus 50c2 into 2 root x square, and then it'll be 50c50 and 2 root x to the power 50. So now I have this series where all the powers of x, they are integral. Now I do not want this series, I want sum of coefficients. And how do we get sum of coefficient? So in order to get sum of coefficient, all I need to do is I'll just need to put the value of every variable as 1. So I'll put x as 1 in the series. So if I'll put 1 here, I'll get minus 1 to the power 50, and this is 1 plus 2 to the power 50, and this is, I'll take this 2 on the left hand side, divide by 2, and this is the sum of coefficients of integral power of x. So this sum will be 3 to the power 50 plus 1 divided by 2. So answer to this question simply will be 3 to the power 50 plus 1 divided by 2. So here also we'll just need to either add the two series or subtract the two given series. Question is, let 1 plus root 2 to the power n is equal to xn plus root 2 into yn, where xn and yn, they are integers. Then which of the following options is or are correct? Now what I know is 1 plus root 2 to the power n will be nc0, nc1 into root 2, nc2 into root 2 square, nc3 into root 2 cube, and then ncn into root 2 to the power n. Now if I look at these terms, nc0, nc2, nc4, they'll be the terms with integral powers. So that should be your xn, and this root 2, which is nc1, and then nc3 into root 2 cube. So all these terms, they'll be your yn. So if I have to write the expansion of 1 minus under root 2 to the power n, I'll simply know this expansion will be nc0 minus nc1 root 2 plus nc2 into root 2 square minus nc3 into root 2 cube and ncn and minus root 2 to the power n. So what I can do is, I can simply write this one as, so what's given? It's given that 1 plus root 2 to the power n is nothing but xn plus root 2 yn. And for the second one, 1 minus root 2 to the power n, I can write it as xn minus under root 2 yn. So the first thing that I'll do is, I'll multiply both of them. When I'll multiply both of them, on the right hand side, I'll get xn square minus y, a square minus b square. So there'll be 2 yn square, and here will be a square 1 minus 2 to the power n. So from here, I'll get my first result, and which is xn whole square minus twice yn whole square, and this value should be equals to minus 1 to the power n. So that is option number A is correct. So that means option number C will be incorrect. So we are discussing the result for all natural numbers n, or all integral values of n. Now, what about these results? Xn plus 1 and yn plus 1. So what I know is, if I have to write 1 plus root 2 to the power of n plus 1, I know it will be xn plus 1 plus root 2 yn plus 1. Now I can write 1 plus root 2 to the power n plus 1 as 1 plus root 2 into 1 plus root 2 to the power n, and this should be x to the power n, xn plus 1 and root 2 yn plus 1. So now I'll put this value, and this value is xn plus root 2 yn. So I'll write it as 1 plus root 2 will be xn plus root 2 yn, and this is xn plus 1 plus root 2 yn plus 1. Multiply them. So if I'll multiply them, then I can write it as, so I'll write it here, xn, and then root 2 and root 2 will be plus, so there'll be 2 times yn, and then plus, if I'll take the terms containing root 2, so there'll be root 2, and here will be xn plus yn. And this value, it should be equals to xn plus 1 plus root 2 yn. Now comparing rational and irrational parts, so if I'll compare the rational part, I'll get xn plus 1 as xn plus 2 yn, and if I'll compare the irrational part, I'll get yn plus 1 as xn plus yn. So that is xn plus 2 yn is xn plus 1, which is the option number B, and yn plus 1 is xn plus yn. So in this question, option number A, B and C, A, B and D, they are correct, and option number C is incorrect. The question is, find the degree of polynomial px, which is under root x to the power 5 minus 1 plus x to the power 7 and minus under root x to the power 5 minus 1 minus x. Now what I see here is, one of the expression is a plus b to the power n, and the other expression is a minus b to the power n. So when I say a plus b to the power n, I'll get nc0 a to the power n, nc1 a to the power n minus 1b, nc2 a to the power n minus 2 into b square. And for the second one, I'll get the same series but with alternate plus and minus sign. So there'll be a n minus 1b, nc2 a to the power n minus 2b square. If I subtract the second series from the first series, I'm left with all even number terms, right? So in the given polynomial, I see it as a plus b to the power n and minus a minus b to the power n. So I need not write all the 8 terms. I'll just need to write 4 terms, and the terms containing nc1, nc3, nc5 and nc7. So I'll write it as, so px will be, so there'll be 2 times because they want to add up, and then first one will be 7c1 under root of x to the power 5 minus 1, so which is 6, and then x to the power 1 plus 7c3 under root of x to the power 5 minus 1, 7 minus 3, x to the power 3, 7c5 under root of x to the power 5 minus 1, 7 minus 5 x to the power 5, and plus 7c7, and this is x to the power 7. So if I'll simplify, I'll write it as 7c1, and here will be x to the power 5 minus 1, 6 by 2 will be 3 into x, 7c3, and there'll be 4. 4 by 2 is 3, so there'll be x to the power 5 minus 1 whole square into x cube, 7c5, so it'll be simply x to the power 5 minus 1, x to the power 5, and then 7c7 into x to the power 7. Now I'm not interested in expressing it as a polynomial. All I'm interested in is to find the degree of this polynomial. So I need to find highest power of x. So from this expression, x to the power 5 minus 1 to the power 3, I'll get x to the power 15, and this x to the power 15 will get multiplied with this x. So the highest power of x in this case will be 16. So the degree of this polynomial will be 16. So let us take up a question, and the question is, find the value of root 3 plus root 2 plus 1 to the power 6 plus root 3 plus root 2 minus 1 to the power 6 plus root 3 minus root 2 plus 1 to the power 6 plus minus root 3 plus root 2 plus 1 to the power 6, and the fractional part of this entire value or number. So where these brackets, they represent fractional part function. Now we need to find the fractional part of this given number. Now what I'll do is, I'll write this as root 3 plus root 2 and then plus 1 to the power 6, and here I'll write root 3 plus root 2 minus 1 to the power 6. Here it is root 3 minus root 2 plus 1 to the power 6, and here I'll take minus 1 common, so minus 1 to the power 6 will be simply plus 1. So I'm going to write it as root 3 minus root 2 and minus 1 to the power 6. Now if I write the series summation for this one, so using binomial, so I'll consider this as A and this as B. So I can write the series as summation r varies from 0 to 6 NCR root 3 plus root 2 to the power 6 minus r, and then 1 to the power r will be same 1. So here r varies from 0 to 6, and here will be 6CR, it will be root 3 plus root 2 to the power 6 minus r, and then minus 1 to the power r. In the same way, I'll write it for this one. So it will be summation r varies from 0 to 6, 6CR root 3 minus root 2 to the power 6 minus r, and for this one it will be summation r varies from 0 to 6, 6CR root 3 minus root 2, 6 minus r, and then minus 1 to the power r. Now if I look at these two terms, it is nothing but a plus b and a minus b. So what will happen is, when this r is an odd number, in that case these two terms they'll cancel, and when r is an even number, they'll add up, right? So what I'll do is, I'll write it as 2 times and summation. Now r will take only even values, so r will be either 0, 2, 4 and 6. So I'll write it as 6CR root 3 plus root 2 to the power 6 minus r. So when the value of r is odd, these terms they'll cancel out, and when r is even, they're going to add up, right? In the same way I can write it for second one also. There'll be 2 times and summation. Again r will take even values 0, 2, 4 and 6, and here will be 6CR root 3 minus root 2 to the power 6 minus r. Now I'll take the two summations together. So I'll write it as 2 times and then summation r varies from 0 to 4 and 6, and I'll also take 6CR common. Then I'll write it as root 3 plus root 2 to the power 6 minus r plus root 3 minus root 2 to the power 6 minus r. When r is even, then 6 minus r will also be even, and this again is of the form a plus b and a minus b. So in this case again, all the even number terms they'll cancel. So here what I'll get is 2 times summation r varies from 0 to 4 and 6, and will be 6CR, and here I'll get 2 times. So I'll get this first term, which is 6CR 6 minus r C0 root 3 to the power 6 minus r root 2 to the power 0, and then plus 6C2 root 3 to the power 6 minus r minus 2 root 2 square, and this series will continue. Now when I look at this series, root 3 to the power 6 minus r is an even number, so 6 minus r is even, 6 minus r minus 2 is even, root 2 to the power 0 is even, power 2 is even, power 4 is even. So every time when I'm getting a square root, I'm getting it with an even power. So when I'm getting square roots with even power, I know there'll be no irrational terms in this expression. All the terms, they'll be simply integral. So that is the value of this number, or this number is actually an integer. Now when this number is an integer, and if I have to take the fractional part of any integer, so fractional part of any integer is simply 0. So answer to this question is 0.